Today we find ourselves in Naples, Italy, home of great food, some of the best food in the world, rich in culture and history. If it looks like I'm in a mess right now, it's because I am. I've been spotted. The YouTube paparazzi is close on my tail. Today we're going to be looking at different trains in Italy. There's 5 different types. There's the sleeping one, which is Intercity. There's also Intercity Regular, which is basically the same thing except there's no beds. Then there's Regionale, which is the regional train, the high-speed train, and of course there's the cargo trains, which you can't ride. However, with that being said, we need to run and catch the first train, leaving the station before the YouTube paparazzi catches up. With that being said, let's go. Alright guys, this is your captain speaking. We've arrived on the first train. Some of the first things I note, there's no tables, no cup holders, and a very small trash can. However, there's a place to charge your phone. The seats are pretty basic. There's a place to store luggage overhead. There's people on this train from all walks of life, professionals, bums, students, older people, everybody. Anyways, this train stops at all the train stations, so it's very long and slow. In my case, I'm taking this train from Naples to Formia Gaeta, which is about an hour and a half train ride. By car, it's about the same, maybe 2 hours, depending on the traffic. Anyways, with that being said, this is the cheapest train. I paid just over €6 for this ticket, versus where with Intercity, it would have been €11. With that being said, let's go to the next train. Alright guys, we are now on Intercity. We're doing the same route as we did for Regionale, except in reverse. Instead of going from Naples to Formia, we're going from Formia to Naples. A couple of differences is this is a little bit shorter because it doesn't make as many stops. It's making 1 stop instead of 8. And for that reason, it takes about 30 minutes less. Time savings right there. However, the cost is more. This was €11.50 as opposed to €6 and some change. A couple of notices that I noticed on this train is this train has a table, unlike the other train, which is nice. If you want to read a book, work on a computer, play a game, you have a table to work with. You also have trash like you do on the other train. You have a place to charge your electronics as well. However, a con to this might be if you want to kick back, relax, and take a nap, you got a table in your way, so you can't quite do that. The seats aren't any more comfortable. They're the exact same seats, I think. They're different color, different pattern, but that's about it. The people on this train are a little bit higher class. As I can tell, there's more business professionals on this train, people traveling with families, they're students. You don't quite see all the people off the street on this train because the cost is more. There's overhead storage as well. It's a nice train, it's very clean, and with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the next train. How's it going, guys? We just boarded the Frecciarossa train. This is the Mac Daddy of all the trains. This is the nicest train I've been on by far. It's the fast train with speed at over 240 kilometers per hour. It's sure to get you distances in a short amount of time. In my case, I'm traveling from Rome to Naples, and the duration of my trip is only an hour and 15 minutes, as opposed to about 3.5 to 4 hours by car. That's a big time savings right there. My first thoughts on this train, it's very nice. One, I want to start with the people. I was greeted as soon as I walked on. Very professional. All the people on this train are dressed very professional. I mean suits and ties. I'm underdressed. Anyways, apart from me being the bum on the train, it's very nice. I have my own table. It extends outward. There's a place to put my drink or a cup with a little cup holder designated to my seat, along with a place in between the seats or under the seat to charge your phone. That way your phone can conveniently be charged as you're on the train. Another thing I do want to say is you do have assigned seating on this train. There is an option for first class. Obviously that does cost more, as I am the one having to flip the entire bill on this video. I am the one that gets stuck with the cost and has to book second class, unfortunately. Unacceptable for an international YouTube celebrity like myself. However, I was able to secure a great deal in advance. I had booked through the Train Italia app, and I was able to book this train for only 15 euros, as opposed to paying 70 euros if you would have booked it right before the train's departure. Anyways, I happened to secure myself a nice seat in second class next to a window, and with that being said, I'm excited for the ride, to see how this experience goes, and share it with you guys. So stick around for my final thoughts of this train after my short trip. Also, something else I wanted to let you guys know about how I was able to get such a cheap ticket. If you go in advance and look at certain hours of the day, tickets are going to be cheaper. Why? Because at certain hours of the day, these trains go back and forth all day long, and at certain hours of the day, there's less people. Like, my train is about to depart currently, and there's only 5 or 6 other people in this cabin. Because those hours are not as commonly used, those tickets are cheaper, and if you book them in advance, you can get them at a cheap price. For example, in my case, I only paid 15 euros as opposed to 70 euros, so I really saved quite a bit of money. Anyways, with that being said, let's see how this train ride goes. It's been about 5 minutes now since the train has departed the station, and I've already been checked for my ticket, and I've already been given my snacks as well. I have some rosemary crackers, vanilla cookies, a bottle of water to wash it down with, and a sanitizing wipe as well to make sure you can clean your hands before you eat your snacks. So that being said, I'm going to check into my snacks, stick around, enjoy the ride. With that being said, we're going to collect our final thoughts in Naples. Alright guys, we are now arriving in Naples. That is the end of this train ride. Let me know which train you guys thought was the best train out of all of them. I definitely thought it was this train by far, and being an international YouTube celebrity, this should be my minimum standard for when I travel. Anyways, with that being said, I really enjoyed this experience. I definitely think it was worth it, especially the price I got it at for. I strongly recommend you try it if you intend on visiting Italy and traveling by train. Anyways, with that being said, the service was great, the snacks were tasty, the train was very clean, the ride was very fast, short, beautiful scenery. I really enjoyed the ride, and I've been on quite a few trains in Europe, and I did quite a few different countries, quite a few different trains like the ones we saw in this video, Regionale, Intercity, and Freccia Rossa, and the same methods in other countries. I definitely have to say this was probably the best train experience I've had in Europe so far. And that being said, I strongly recommend it. If you haven't tried it, try FRECCIAROSSA, or even its competitor, Ialo, that is partnered with Alitalia. So try it. If you go to Europe, definitely try the high-speed trains. It's definitely an experience, and it adds a great touch to your travel experience as well. With that being said, this is your captain speaking, If you're not subscribed, be sure to hit subscribe, hit the like button on this video, and with that being said, if you have any comments, leave a comment down below. With that being said, signing off, until next time.